Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Glory Reds podcast. It's your boy Dom Benito, and today, again, we are going to round up and wrap up this transfer window. Honestly, I need to say that I'm not really pleased. I'm not happy with. I'm not completely happy with what we have done in this transfer window. I think our team needed bolstering more. Um, Especially with the fact that we haven't found a player to replace Marcus Rashford. And like I said in the previous episode, I know we're not really replacing him because he hardly played, but we need reinforcements. You understand? Every team has got reinforcements. Every team has got 2 or 3 players in one position that are like for like. In Manchester United, we have failed. The board have failed us. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what the hell? What is the future of my club? Now, I get it. I know at the moment we are frustrated because we didn't sign in more players. We are 12th or 13th on the league. The players are giving us this up and down performance that we are not sure of. And we're just sitting there thinking to ourselves, how the hell is this team going to move forward if the club is not going to make any significant investment in it? We are sitting here scratching our balls thinking, what the hell is this club going to do with these players? We let Anthony go out on loan. We let Tyrell Malacia go out on loan. All these other kids, Marcus Rashford, we let them go out on loan. Even the academy players that we let go out on loan. And then bringing in, we only have Patrick Dogu and Aiden Heaven. Aiden Heaven is a backup. Like, he's still going to have to establish himself and literally work his way into cementing a position in that first team. It's not going to be now. Patrick Dogu, yes, comes in, but then you know how it is with the Premier League. You need time. You need time to adapt. Why didn't we make more significant signings? Why? You're going to come here and hit us with the PSR rule. Oh, no, we have to be within the PSR and the FFP rules and limits. Like, who are you trying to lie to? That is not our problem. Like, that is not the fans' problem. From the beginning, when Ineos came in to purchase this club, I think most of the fans made it clear that we wanted Qatar. We wanted people that were going to buy our club out of debt and create a scenario where we don't have to be looking over our shoulders. We don't have to be in a situation like we are in right now. The Glazers have put us in this situation where we have to buy to sell or sell to buy, or we are in some very precarious situation right now with Manchester United. We can't sign players. Right now, we needed probably to add a striker, add a midfielder, and a winger on top of what we've got with Dogu. Now, I know that is a lot, but are they trying to tell us that there are no players? There were no players out in this market. You look at every other team, other teams did business. We were linked. And here's the kicker. Why were we linked to all these players? Why were we linked? Why were Manchester United in talks if they're not going to do anything? And you know what? They always give the same fucking stupid answer. But the players that we were linked with, Kolo Muani, Christopher Nkunku, Matthias Tell, and Leon Bailey. These are players that we were linked with. These are attackers. These are players that are playing in the front three. We didn't even buy one. We didn't buy one. And we let one go. We let Marcus Rashford go. Now, I remember once upon a time, Cristiano Ronaldo, when we terminated his contract, we didn't replace him. We suffered. I remember once upon a time when we sold Ander Herrera, didn't replace him. We suffered. We sold players here and there, defenders. We suffered. If you don't replace the player, then what is the point of selling him? Like, okay, Marcus Rashford's situation is very peculiar. It's unique in its own way. Because I'm not going to sit here and try and say that now I wanted to keep Marcus Rashford. Hell no. I am not saying that. But I'm just saying, Ineos, the board, these guys had ample time to sit there. Even before the window opened, they had the time to sit there and revise and calculate and see what they wanted. That game against Fulham, when the fans were going mad, why were they not jacked up and trying to be proactive and going to the market and see, okay, what kind of player can, and work with the manager? Because I'm assuming they're not working with the manager. I have there's this bizarre feeling that I have. Because I know every time people come here and say, Amorim wants this player, Amorim this. But you know what? Something in my heart is telling me that is false. Something in my heart tells me that, does Ruben really? Like, I think the only way I can believe that Ruben had a hand in a player coming in is if he signs a player that he already knows, a player that he's already worked with. But other players that he has not, it's very tricky. It's very tricky to say that this is Ruben Amorim's player. It's very tricky. So I don't truly believe that some of the purchases that we've made were Ruben Amorim. I will indulge it. I will indulge what everybody is saying, but I don't believe it. There is a very Ineos, like, these guys are doing the business for us. And they're not looking any other way. And I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because of the position that we're in the league. I'm frustrated because it doesn't seem that these players are, I don't know, like, I don't even want to blame the players, but I want to blame the culture. I want to blame that pandemic, that dirty, disgusting, whatever it is that is draining the players at Manchester, whatever it is, that atmosphere, whatever it is, that thing that is keeping these players from not performing, that thing needs to be taken away. And if it means that we get rid of players that have been here in the past 3 years or 4 years, so be it. So be it. Because now what happens is you get people like Gary Neville. Gary Neville had an interview with Amorim in the beginning of the season, and it seemed like he was vibing with the manager. It seemed like he understood what the manager was all about. It seemed like he got it. A lot of these ex-players and pundits, they always do this. Even Gary Neville did the same thing with Eric Ten Hag. He did an interview with him. Eric Ten Hag explained everything to him, and he made it look like he understood. Even towards the end, he was like, "Now let's see, let's give these guys a chance." And then Eric Ten Hag went and won the FA Cup, and then he did. They have this weirdness of backing the manager and then turning away and then saying, Gary Neville now is saying that Ruben Amorim needs to adapt to his players. What the fuck is that? Did Pep Guardiola adapt to his players? No. Did Mikel Arteta adapt to his players? No. Klopp? No. All the other top managers, do they adapt to their players? No. You adapt to your players when push comes to shove, when you are a weak manager. When you are like, when you don't have a philosophy, when you don't have a strategy, when you don't have a game plan, that is when you adapt and accommodate other players. Ruben Amorim has got a plan, has got a strategy, has got a formation. And that was the first thing when he arrived at Manchester United. He said, I will not change. I will not change. It's either these players shape up or they fucking ship out. Now, because it's not working, because the results are bad. Oh, we're not losing. You know what? I think we discussed this. I told we should be enjoying this journey that we are in right now. We should be enjoying. But then Ineos are supposed to give us an incentive. They're supposed to give us a bone. They're supposed to show us that, listen, guys, we are working with you guys. But they're not. They're not. We are sitting here wondering what is the fate of our club. We are sitting here arguing amongst ourselves, which is what they want us to do. This is so Glazer. They want us to forget about who's running the club and how fucking bad they're running us and how much money they're taking from the club and how much and the effort that they're not putting into the club. They want us to forget it. They want us to forget it. At this point, they were literally just waiting for the transfer window to close because they're like, listen, once this thing closed, they're not going to complain anymore. They're going to fall into line. We are sheep because we love our club so much. But what is that doing to us? What is that doing to our club? What is it doing? Why should we sit here and accept this PSR and FFP rule? Why? We didn't put ourselves there. We didn't. You did. Ineos, the Glazers, all you guys did this to our club. I could smell you guys from the moment you set foot. The moment the Glazers said that they were accepting a bid for, say, Jim Part bid, I knew that we are not getting what we want. I knew it. And here we are. You watch our club and you know. We, Manchester United, we know, Manchester United fans, we know what is wrong with our club. We know. But what can we do? What can we do? Manchester United doesn't belong to us. It's the Ineos, and these guys can do whatever they want, whatever the hell they would like to do with us. Whether they send us, like, if we were to get relegated, I don't think it would aggravate Ineos or the Glazers in any way. The only thing that I think they would do is, say we got, this is a hypothetical, right? And this is the trend of what Ineos, sorry, I say Ineos, the Glazers have been doing. But here's an example. This is how fucked up the Glazers are. If, God forbid, we were to get relegated, touch wood, which will not happen, but I'm just saying, hypothetically, please, stay with me. Say we were to get relegated. Do you know what the Glazers would do and Ineos? All of a sudden, there'll be money. I promise you. There will be money to buy players. And they'll buy stupid players. They'll spend. They'll bring in 3-4 players. They will spend. But we will be asking ourselves, why are we buying this player? Do we need this player? We already have enough players in this position. Why are we getting this guy? Those are the kind of signings that the Glazers have been doing over the years. We are in Europa, they spend money. We're not in Europa and we want to continue our momentum, they don't spend money. There's no money. When we are crippled and somehow about to be excluded from the world or whatever, they spend money. The money just comes out from nowhere all the time. Right now, they're telling us about PSR and blah, 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 blah. If it meant Cristiano Ronaldo. Say Cristiano Ronaldo didn't come to Manchester United that time, his second coming. Say he didn't come then. And then he was threatening to go to City now. We were going to probably scramble to go and get Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm telling you, that's just how our club is moving. And we have to sit here and take it week after week, story after story. And the crazy part is, our club, in as bad as it is, they don't create an environment or a situation where our players and our manager can just focus on the football. Nah, they have to go and do interviews. They have to go and do charity work, which I understand. But then now we are moving away from football, which is the most important. In order for us to stay relevant and do the things that you're busy sending us to do, we need to win football games. We need to rise. We need to climb to the summit. We will not be relevant if we are relegated or in the bottom half. then these things they make no sense. Our manager is doing interviews, I don't know how many times a week. I think he does more interviews and little sit down talks. I think he does more of that than even training, because he's been complaining about training. I don't know about you guys, but I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm excited about Patrick Dogu, because first of all, I'm sick and tired of Delo on that left-hand side. I'm sick and tired. All of a sudden, Delo has just become like not good. Now I know I've been complaining, but then he has been a consistent, like, Delo has had his moments where he's consistent, like you'll be like, yeah, good. But now it's just like he is, oh my God, I don't want him in the squad, because he doesn't offer anything. It was like when Marcus Rashford was there. Remember the time when we were like, what is Rashford doing on the pitch? Because he doesn't track back to defend, and then he doesn't press. So he's just there loitering around the pitch, just giving his half-ass jogs and stuff. That's how I feel about Delo. His presence on the field makes no sense. But we have to use him. Because why? We don't have the players. But that is why I am excited about Patrick Dogu, because he is going straight in there. Now, Patrick Dogu can play that right wing back, can play as a full back, and can play as a center back, and can play as a left-footed side center back, which is amazing. But then we already know that the Premier League exposes people. What if Patrick Dogu is another Malasia, who we've had to loan out to PSV, by the way? He's gone. I'm sure you've been noticing with the images that he's gone. Tyrell Malacia, PSV on loan. I'm not saying that he was a world beater and he was turning heads at Manchester United, but we got rid of him to bring in another left-footed, whatever you want to call it. I'm upset. That's why I'm just saying it like that. But I'm not. He's a wing back. But I'm just upset. That's just what I am trying to portray. I am upset with the way our club is being run. I don't get it. I've been reading about the Ineos and how these and the Glazers and how these guys are milking our club dry. And can I tell you something? This is not going to stop. This kind of business, this way of dealing with Manchester United is not going to stop. I think I can give a timeline, honestly, because I can even say 2030, the Glazers will still be here, or 2030, they will be probably preparing themselves to leave. Like, they've already accumulated their money. Maybe the club is worth the 5 billion or 6 billion that they're hoping it would be, and that is when they'll sell the club. And when they sell the club, that is when Manchester United will be Manchester United. But for as long as Manchester United is under the regime of the Glazers and Ineos, we are not going to do anything significant in football. That is a fact. We are not. Because if you look at the way the club is set up and the accounts are set up, like, it's wild. It is wild. I think you should check Pastor D and videos for him to give you a little bit of that. But their stories, the way these guys are milking our club, it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And some of the stuff that I've read, honestly, like, if you guys were also to read it and also educate yourself on what's going on with Manchester United, you'd think to yourself, you'd be stuck between two places. I love my club. Like, I loved my club way before all this drama and bullshit was there. And now I have to sort of boycott it just to make sure that I get rid of these guys. These guys don't care. They don't care. All their focus and their investment is going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not us. Not us. They're just taking money. These these mission, hey, 2020 goal, 2028, I don't know, 2020 full sack. I don't know what they're planning. It's not happening. It's not happening. For as long as they do not provide Ruben Amorim with the tools, it is not happening. If they buy players that don't make sense to you, even within the threshold of Amorim's system, if it doesn't make sense to you, just know we are not going anywhere, and it is not Ruben Amorim signing. You know, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, these guys are literally sitting there thinking and banking on Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, hopefully when Licha comes back, which is in months. Like, what madness is this? You know, as a Manchester United fan, you know, it's very difficult for us to even get into debates and conversations with the rivals. It's difficult. Especially when you know what we know about our club. Like, especially when you know what is goings on in our club. It's difficult because these guys can shut us down at any time. Anytime. So Manchester United is going to be a cup club. Yeah. We are going to be the club that competes for the Carabao and the FA Cup. Europe, I don't think so. If we're not going to boast our team, Europe, forget. Bye, forget. It's probably Conference League. Honestly, that will be our level. That will be our level. Now, I honestly do not know what I need to do with this. I don't know. Melissa already had interviewed them, and this is what she had to say. United were not prepared to be reckless or take expensive risks in a window known to be difficult to do business in. That was Melissa Reddy. So Manchester United they're pretty much saying that, listen, the January transfer window is difficult, all right? But we are planning for the summer, which is what they always tell us. We're planning for the summer. So the summer is coming. We are going to hold that on to you. We are expecting 5 players in. 5 to 6 players in the summer. I don't know how you guys are going to do that, but that is what we are expecting. Because if you think that we are going to go and compete in Europe and all these other competition without bolstering the team, you have another thing coming. Then it means that you guys are willing to sack Amorim. It means that you guys have got a plan set to sack Amorim. That's what it means. It's even now becoming a little bit difficult to attach or what is it, indoctrinate. You know, like with Erik ten Hag, I was there. You know, and I'm not saying that I'm not there with Ruben Amorim, but the way these guys are moving, it's almost like, and you hear the manager also saying that, listen, if we don't continue to lose games, like win games, or if the Rashford thing backfires, I could lose my job. You know, he's being very honest, which is something that I appreciate because he gets it. But somehow we are just sitting there thinking to ourselves that a miracle will happen. An academy player will resurrect from the academy. He will be Wayne Rooney 3.0, and then Ahmad will become Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know from where, and then Kobe Mainoo will be Paul Scholes, and then Garnacho will be Ryan Giggs, and then it looks like Manchester United are waiting for a miracle. You know, and then they want to take credit. You know, if Ruben Amorim goes out there and does well, excels with the nonsense that he has, the Glazers and Ineos will have their chests like this. Yeah, we are Manchester United. We didn't spend money. Yeah, we got a manager that knows his football. Yes, if Manchester United ever wins anything, it is because of the football manager and the players. And it's got nothing to do with the fucking Glazers. Fuck. What are we going to do about this family? What are we going to do? Are we going to start We've tried it. We tried it. It's not working. Unsubscribe. Stop buying kit. Stop doing this. Stop going to the games. Boycott every fucking thing. Unsubscribe. Let's hit them where it hurts. This is a conversation that we have every year or every time we complain about the Glazers, but nothing changes. So it is what it fucking is. But if Ineos and if Manchester United fans are going to jump in on the players and Ruben because of the things that he has, don't. It's not fair. He has to work with what he's got, and he does not change his philosophy. We don't want a manager that is flip-flopping, changing. We don't want that. We need a manager who's got a backbone. A manager that's saying, listen, this is how it is. Marcus, you're not going to take care of yourself. You're not going to act professional. You're going to come late. You're not going to take care of yourself, how you treat people, how you be. You get out. You're not going to put effort and run extra. I'll put Jorge Vital. Get out. Get out. It's 3-4-3 or nothing. That's how it is. Not, no, because you can't play there. I will adjust the formation to accommodate your weak ass. You stupid player. I'm not talking about Rashford. I'm just saying in general. You stupid player who doesn't get it anyway. But you want this manager to accommodate you now. Hey, and fuck off. I am upset. I am upset because we didn't make more significant changes. I'm upset. I really, really am. And if we continue getting battered, because you know what's crazy? We believe in the manager, right? We listen to him, we trust him. We know that the players that he's got are shit. But once in a while, these players throw us a bone. You know, and show us that, listen, we are capable of doing this. We are capable of doing this, you know. And that is where I think Manchester United fans are. Like, we are stuck between a rock and a hard place. We're really stuck in between supporting our players and believing them that they can do it, you know. And even saying, there was a point where we couldn't even, like, remember those moments where we play a team and then if they score first, you just know that, this game is a wrap. Yeah, these guys can equalize, but then we're going to lose this game somewhere. When there was no hope that there was ever going to be a comeback or something like that. And then we sort of kind of went through a moment where, yes, there was encouragement and there was this high-fiving and everything. We were together, Sisonke Pambili, we were there, boom, boom, let's go. But then nothing. Then from nowhere, it just changed. Injuries, boom. Then all of a sudden, Licha's not there in that back line. That fire, that aggression, everything has died. Then all of a sudden, there's dips now. We are inconsistency. It's like, whoa, where did this come from? And then it puts us in a shell because we sit there for the longest time and then we start having conversations amongst ourselves, arguing amongst ourselves. We start saying, this player is shit. Hey, we're doing this. But then we've been put in that situation. We've been put in that situation by these players. This is going to continue and continue and continue until we decide. You know what they say about an abusive relationship? Your friends or whoever it is, your people, they can come to you and tell you, you need to get out of this relationship. It is not good for you. You're being abused. You need to get out. But somehow, the victim always seems to be there. Stay, right? They stay and take the bullshit. The bullshit. More bullshit. More and more bullshit. They take it. But it reaches a point where the bullshit just becomes too much. It reaches a point where you just can't take the shit anymore. And I believe Manchester United, us fans, we will reach that point. When it will be, I don't know. But we are going to get there. And it almost feels like we are already there. We are slowly but fastly getting there. Fastly, what a fucking... We are there. We are there. We are there. We are at that moment where we are looking at ourselves and thinking, what the fuck? That's where we are at right now with Manchester United. So, you know what? The window's closed. It is what it is. I'm hoping that Patrick Dogu is going to offer the balance that we've been needing for the last, I don't know. You know, we need it. You know, he is a player that is very good with carrying the ball from the back. He's solid in defense. He likes to sneak in a run or two in that final third. So it's very interesting and very encouraging. I'm excited. I'm excited for him. At the same time, I'm also anxious because I don't want him to be a flop. I don't want us to turn on him. I don't want him to become irrelevant. You know, we just brought him in. He's wearing 3 Lang Park's jersey, man. Park Ji-sung's jersey. You know, I don't know if he knows that jersey is was for one of the hardest workers in Manchester United, Park Ji-sung. So I hope he embodies, or that spirit of Park Ji-sung is lingering there, because we need it. We need it. We absolutely need it. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Glory Reds podcast. I apologize for my rant, but I needed to get it out. I needed to say something about this Glazer situation. We are not talking enough about how we are not happy about this window. It's just all over the place. Like, we just don't get what's going on, you know? So thank you for indulging me and being with me during my rant. Peace.